Oh, no. You got to get the Genesis to have that, huh? You set the wipers off. What are you rubbing up there?
I'm just cleaning it off a little bit.
Okay.
Piano black. Not a good place for piano black.
No.
Yeah.
That's right in the... If your kid were to be sick, it would be... I guess maybe that's why they put these here, right? To catch it.
The sick.
Oh, my goodness.
Appeal. You have to put that at the beginning of the video.
Hey everyone, it's Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and today we're driving something very important and something with a new key. Charlie.
Yes, this is the key
To
for
the
the
Kia
Telluride. And we're starting off in here because this is a remarkably new key. It feels nice. Listen.
It's soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It feels and looks exactly if you had said to me, hey, Kia tried to make a key that was kind of Land Rover-y.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what this kind of...
Yeah, but all the buttons are still on the side. It's kind of like their old key, because you still can, you know...
Mm-hmm. It's still kind of similar-ish.
Let's
set up. Ooh, look at the Kia banner. It's a lead.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
We should probably show them the car. They've all tuned out already.
Well, no, because what other YouTube channel is showing them the key?
Oh, true.
Let's get Elantra N going.
And there's the other car. Here it is for the 23 model year. The front end does not look as good as the pre-facelift.
I could see some people liking it better, but yes, I don't think it looks as good as the previous one. It does look cool in white. You don't see them in white super often.
Yeah, and we've got sneak peek at the interior.
We did shoot a video already talking about the changes for this model. Here we have the rear
That's right.
of the Telluride, max load capacity 130
What's
pounds.
over here? Let's grab it together.
Yeah.
Ooh!
I'm glad that has a place to go away because I don't like this. I don't need them.
Especially when the third row is up.
Yeah, you have some other storage there.
Manual. No.
Yeah.
Yes, second row's power.
There you go. Look how flat that goes. That
Quite.
is excellent. And this carpet here actually crosses right over to give you an uninterrupted road surface.
It's ribbed.
For his or her pleasure.
That's right.
Yeah, we're a very inclusive channel here.
Okay. Pull these back up so Charlie can sit back there and show you how much...
How easy is that to do?
Quite, actually. The headrest up.
Ooh.
What? Oh, I know. I was
gentleman's
saving
material.
that. That's right. Well, I don't know that Kia Hyundai actually...
It's close enough.
Yeah, it's a little like softer almost, you know?
One of the best setups for rear third row seating in any crossover.
Just put him back here. Oh dear.
All right, there we go. Not exactly an adult-friendly area, but yeah, you could deal with it for a while. In fact, this seat probably slides forward.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, yes, but I'm at my maximum.
What?
Well. Ah! Did you push me?
Maybe a little bit.
Hold on. Let me legitimately. Okay. This is as close as I could sit without being smashed.
It gives me a little bit of extra room. My feet are still quite up, though. My knees are kind of up in my chest.
Here's where I'd want to sit.
As you'll see here, it's just a kind of a high floor. Yeah, mostly for kids. But when the kids are back here, they get a USB Type-C charge port, one on each side. That's quite nice. You do have a third seat, which is kind of comical.
Yeah.
Right there, very small. I like that there's grocery bag hooks here.
That is nice.
Yeah.
What just flew by?
I don't know. Oh, I think the gentleman on the electric bikes are out.
Oh, okay. Saw something just rocket by out of the corner of my eye.
Oh, we should have this open for extra light.
Yes, we should.
Is that something? I'll go to the front.
Okay.
I like the red color on this. Oh, and did you see the wood on the door?
Is this red? It's brown to me.
I see it as a dark, like
I guess it is
maroon.
like a dark red. Oh. 97 won the ticket. Is that a new chime?
It does sound new, doesn't it?
Just start it.
Actually sounds very quiet. Oh, this one's a manual up here.
Yeah, that's how it was in the Palisade also.
Okay.
Looks like we have a Harman Kardon sound system, Charlie.
Unlikely to be great.
I'm going to say it's going to be a B tier.
I predicted, yeah.
Yeah, beats here. We've got some leather pockets on the back of the seats. No climate control panel.
Really?
Oh no, it's up here.
Yeah.
Now
okay.
we're good.
Yeah. Chris is being distracted. Honestly, everything feels like it's going to hold up pretty well.
Yeah.
This is nice. Look
Unless
at
your children put their gross fingers on the headliner.
that. Well, hopefully they just can't reach.
Or just don't have children. Your headliner
That's
will be
Chris's
fine.
Chris's strategy. Look, heated and ventilated seats back here in this.
Or
SX
your children will
Prestige
be
model.
like me and they'll break the... There we go. Sorry, what?
Heated and ventilated seats back here.
Oh, right. Can you do them at the same time?
Can't probably.
Not in Korea. Got to go to Germany to do that.
Mm-hmm. Some more grocery bag hooks.
You know what I
or diaper
appreciate?
Bags. What?
I appreciate that the plastic on the door panel is the same color as the leather.
Right here.
Yes.
Ah, yes. I was looking at this plastic. I was like, no, it not Chris. But you're right. That's a good point. You're a big door panel enthusiast.
I am.
Also,
these
comfy
ratchet?
elbows even in the back. Yeah, actually. This is a proper good place for adults to be back
Comfy
here.
elbows, that's right.
And you have a 150 watt wall style outlet right there.
And this thing too. 12 volt thing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you rubbing up there?
I'm just cleaning it off a little bit.
Okay.
Piano black. Not a good place for piano black.
No.
Yeah.
That's right in the... If your kid were to be sick, it would be... I guess maybe that's why they put these here, right? To catch it.
Sick catchers. Okay.
Okay. Let's go up front.
We're not going to show it to you, but this is motivated by a naturally aspirated 3.8 liter V6 engine paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission sourced by the Koreans. However, if you're simply someone who just needs a car with their family, you probably don't care about that. All you need to know is that it's class average. But it's nice because it should be a little bit more reliable, at least from the engine department, than a turbocharged smaller motor that has to work harder. Are we playing the pricing game?
Well, did you look at how much this car costs?
No.
You'll probably get it pretty close, because it's about what I would have guessed.
I'm going to say $50,700.
You are very close. $52,725.
Is it 52? Well, here's the
Base
thing.
price is $50,390, but this car has...
The SX Prestige package.
No. Well, yes, but that's included in the base price.
Oh.
This car has the glacial white pearl paint, $495, mahogany interior color, $295, and floor mats, $210.
I gotta say, $295 for this color is quite good.
It is quite good. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I
Mahogany.
Yeah.
Is that red or brown? That's brown.
It's a brown, yeah.
Mahogany. Yeah, right.
Maybe this is brown. It's just kind of the lighting.
I mean, I was thinking it was brown, but I, thought maybe you were gaslighting me and telling me it was red. Chris, this isn't brown.
We'll have to ask our Kia resident expert.
That's right.
What else do we need to mention before moving?
10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, but every Kia has that. Dual panoramic 12.3-inch displays. Kia's been doing that for a while. The big continuous piece of glass, but there is a break in the screen right here where you have between the cluster and the infotainment. But I kind of enjoy the look. Yes, so you're dying to say something.
Can you guess what I'm about to say? The fonts. They're not appropriate for the Telluride.
All right, everyone. Don't buy a Telluride because the font is wrong.
I'm serious.
That's
Look
what
at this. All of this, the color scheme, the
These
purple.
must bother you also.
A little bit. That's a little bit
But
more
it's
okay.
the same font as that,
But
though.
look how grainy it looks, and it's all juvenile. Everything else
It
about
is
this
a bit
car,
like Comic Sans.
Yes, everything else about this car is very rugged. Like, I'm gonna go off road, and I've got my life together. This looks like you just leased a Kia K5 LX. That's where it's appropriate. It's not appropriate in a $50,000 car. And you know what else isn't?
Oh no! You got to get the Genesis to have that, huh? You set the wipers off. These are reminiscent of a Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, I do like those.
Yeah,
Big area here. I appreciate that.
it's quite large.
Yeah. This is all gonna look like rubbish in 5 years even.
Looks great right now, though.
All the piano black, not a good idea.
What?
Yeah, it's an interesting material, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
All right. Ooh, yeah.
Shall we
Interesting
drive
place for
it,
the heated steering wheel
Charles?
button. Yeah. Start her up.
Look at this. Is massive. This is quite large. It does its job unless the sun is here. Because if the sun is there, It's going to come through.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Don't buy a Kia Telluride if you anticipate the sun might be there.
Or if you are not an enthusiast of certain types of font.
Yeah. Ooh, throttle response. Mwah. They've really gotten that right.
Saying it's better than the Chevy Traverse?
It is a bit better than the Chevy Traverse. I'm going to go into smart mode. Gauges are not bright.
Are there any white gauges anywhere?
Probably not. They probably eliminated those after our complaint.
After you talked to the guy and he wrote it down in a notebook?
Yep. Ooh, all right, so initial. Oh, Christopher.
What?
Put your head back and feel the headrest.
Ooh.
Very soft.
What were we driving recently where the Equinox, it was a literal rock from a dungeon in place of the headrest. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Vaguely,
Oh, this
but
is
no.
very squishy.
The steering is very light, and I like that. And the
Love
steering
the
wheel's kind of
lights.
thin as well. It's nice.
Oh, I like the toggle switches for the
I do
heated
too.
and cooled seats.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. See how loud the cooled seat is.
See, that's how you know that you can't heat and cool at the same time, because it's a toggle up and down.
Oh,
That's not terrible.
It's not loud.
It's not
It's on
great.
the
but
third
it's not-
setting.
I'm on the screen that's telling me my torque split. I don't quite need that. Tire pressures. That's all I'm getting. Okay. How about some speed? There we go. Seats have just the right amount of bolstering for taking you around little on ramps like that.
Can this hustle like the Palisade can?
Same chassis.
Same chassis.
Mhm.
There's something white on the steering wheel.
It's a bit jerky. What? Where? When?
On the bottom.
Mm.
It just like looks like somebody's. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways.
Nice big mirrors.
Ah,
Oh, a camera review mirror.
Camera
Have
review
Kia's
mirror.
had that yet? Is that like a
No.
newer thing for Kia?
I don't remember. I have to
We
ask our
should-
resident Kia expert.
Yeah, we should have looked over. Ooh, a Stinger GT. Nice. We should have checked over our previous video to see what all the new things were for this.
This is not even on at all.
There we go.
You actually want that on high right now?
Yeah. Cool.
Really?
You're in the sun.
What is it? It's 53 degrees outside.
It's cold.
Charlie's just sweating.
It's 50.
enthusiasm. What do you...
Whoa, it's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just read it's 53 on the left side of the car and it's 50 on the right side.
You know, I've witnessed this before in other press cars. That is being read off the interwebs. This is being read off the car's thermometer.
Why would they do that?
Nah, it's a bad idea. I know, I agree. It's very poor. Also, this is just a bunch of wasted space right now.
No, it isn't.
It's
a map.
It's just, but you can't see that.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
No, it's just a calm screen.
All it's showing me is a line. It's saying
Okay,
you're,
well
you're
then-
on a line,
Well, then
Charlie.
go over here and click this.
Well, right, but that's so I'm saying. Why doesn't it just default to that? Ooh, look at the sport gauges. Those look really nice. Disable our stability control.
Yeah, that's what all Telluride owners do. Sport mode, traction stability off.
No paddle shifters though. I'm glad for that.
Oh heavens.
Doesn't hold gears. Like the sound of that 3.8 though.
And brake test. Nice. Someone needs to make a compilation of you going through oversteer in cars that shouldn't be squealing tires but do squeal tires.
Ride test over riding. Pretty quiet in here. It's,
It's quiet.
No creaks or rattles. That rides quite well. Yeah, it's taken up the bumps pretty well. The secondary ride's a little out of sorts, but not too bad.
Yeah, that feels nice.
Chris, do you remember our rule of center locking all-wheel drive systems?
Yes, I do.
I still don't know if I feel like taking this off right now. Mostly because I don't know if
You know
I feel
what's
like
weird is I
cleaning it.
think you and I thought of that at the same time, but I wasn't going to say anything because I don't want to have to deal with cleaning the stupid thing.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah. Oh, another PJ.
Yeah, have they been like delivering new private jets or something? Because that looks nice. That looks like a proper like newer
does.
plane.
Maybe it's Kim Air.
Who's that?
Kim Air. Kim.
Kim?
Kim.
Who's Kim?
Kim. You don't know? Kim Air.
He's visiting Ypsilanti.
No. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
meant
you were
Kim
thinking
Jong-un.
very dark. Wow.
Well, we are in a Korean car after all.
Ah, wow. I have to decide if I want to leave that in. It smells like performance driving out here.
It's probably the M2 that was just...
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim. Did you see the stowage placement of the window scraper?
No. Oh. Not a horrible idea because it doesn't rattle.
Not the worst, yeah. And still arguably accessible by the driver. Yeah, I guess this is brown, but it's definitely got a little bit...
Steering wheel feels nice.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Ooh, and the steering feels light.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And obviously your heated seat is on full. And
Someone else can make a compilation of you and I switching the HVACs.
yeah.
The center of that steering wheel looks better than it does in a Mercedes S-Class.
I would say it's about equal because this is fake.
Yeah, but
It's just
equal
molded
for
into the
half
plastic.
the price in a Kia is
Yeah, that's true.
reimbursed.
Yeah. Well, I think actually the S580 did have a stitched center thing. It was
Did
the EQS that didn't have it, and the SL. The SL
Yeah.
didn't have it either. Must be a chip shortage on leather.
Cow shortage.
13.9 mpg.
Well, we know from Clarkson's farm that all the cows in Britain are being killed off by tuberculosis.
Are they? Oh, I haven't watched Clarkson's Farm yet. Don't spoil it for me. I need to watch that.
I mean,
actually, no. That
all
was
the cows are fine, is what I meant.
that was
to
a good
say.
reminder actually for me to watch it.
All right.
Steering is good. Yeah, it feels.
Isn't that nice?
It feels quite nice.
That's how all SUV steering should be. That or lighter.
Yeah, I should be able to steer it with my pinky. Lincoln, I always bring this up. Lincoln gets it right with the Navigator steering. That's a good one. And who else does
Volvo.
a really good steering? Oh, Volvo, yes. Volvo and Lincoln.
Rolls-Royce.
And Rolls-Royce. And now Kia, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
And of course, we must launch it. Chris makes fun of me for owning SUVs.
40, 50, and 60.
So we know it gets there.
It does. It definitely goes 60. We know that.
Good, valuable advice here. Vehicle vergence handling test.
Gotta get that in. I don't like that this is white. But you can probably make that different. You know how you can toggle on if you want day, night, or auto mode?
Yeah.
I would always leave it in night mode if I could afford a new car.
I fixed it for you.
And you would always leave it in day mode because you like to be blinded by bright screens. I
That's
think.
not true. You
I
got in
think
a
it's a
car
little
one
bit true.
time and it was bright, and it was because I had shot a night drive.
You don't want a bright screen for a night drive.
Well, I
'cause
needed it
blows
brighter
out.
than it was
No,
because
you want it
it was a sunset.
You want it?
type of
Oh,
drive.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've had it before in these Korean cars where it's
been in
much
day
too
drive.
bright for the night drives, and then it blows everything out. The car is steering for me right now, which is fine, but I just wasn't expecting it to.
Chris is jealous that he didn't get to do oversteer, so he's gonna go and have another go at it.
There you go, Charlie.
That's actually remarkably similar to my truck.
Good. Where's the?
What do you want to accomplish?
I also can't see out of that mirror, so that's a
Here's
problem.
sport
Oh, but
mode
I
for
do
you.
have this though. Oh, thank you for putting me in sport.
Well,
Can't see out of either mirror. Don't worry about that after oversteer. Is he
there's
coming this
definitely
way?
red.
What's red?
No, the seats. Sorry, the
Oh.
seats. Definitely a red hue to them. Use my Cayenne holder here.
Oh my goodness, stability control coming on there. Oh dear.
Yeah,
I'm used to the M3.
I gotta say, I still quite like the Telluride.
I think I like
Upon
this
initial
better.
impression.
Do you like this better than the Palisade? It just feels the same to me.
Here's the thing.
But I think the steering might be better in this. Well,
Yes.
It's probably the same steering though, isn't it?
I think the throttle tuning and
This car
suspension
very
is a little
unhappy
bit
with
better
me right now.
in the Palisade, but I don't know. maybe tune in at the end of this video.
This car feels like its design language, anyways, trying to mimic like a Land Rover, and the Palisade is like trying to mimic a Benz.
Yes,
Mercedes-Benz.
exactly. I've always said that.
Oh, you've said that.
Yeah. Yep. I've always felt that way, so I'm glad you agree. This seat really does it for me. The color and
dude,
this and
it's
everything.
very comfortable in here.
Yeah, I'll fix that for you here.
Oh, thanks.
You know what makes the Palisade better? Buttons to shift.
It's just gonna do its own thing. Where's it gonna go? Oh, is it gonna take me in the middle lane? Nope, I wanted to go for the far lane. I'm low, he's high. We're gonna spend the week with the Kia Telluride, and we'll let you know what it's like to live with over the next 7 days.
We're going to be evaluating the fuel economy and the Harman Kardon sound system, as well as its other merits and attributes. So tune back with us here in 30 seconds or so.
Squishy.
To hear all about it.
Well, the complex is trying to help me rot it away, so they've put some salt on the front of it for me.
Some salt is generous.
Wrapping up our week with the 2023 Kia Telluride, and I don't know if we're sad that this one is leaving. Charlie, what do you think?
Yeah.
You're sad that it's leaving?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can kind of agree.
It's out of all the press cars we get, if we like had to have a car that all of a sudden they said, you guys are frozen in time, you must keep the car that you own. This would be like that you have right now.
Yeah, this wouldn't be too bad.
This would be a pretty good one because it's just a great all-arounder.
You know what I wish it had?
Power adjusted steering column?
Yes, but also proxy key on the rear doors.
Yes.
That is something that goes a long way with cars that have 4 doors that are a little bit higher end.
How do you feel about all the beeps and chimes?
Okay, so I had a moment this week. You know how it was quite icy one day?
Yes.
Well, obviously when ice falls on a car, it coats pretty much the whole thing, part of which being the parking sensors.
Yes.
This car lost its mind. I started it in my driveway, and it's immediately beep, you know, like going crazy. And then, so I get out of the car, and I'm like, with my fingernail, like picking at the parking sensors, and eventually I got it to stop beeping. Because I didn't want to, I mean, you could argue that you could just turn everything off, but then I'm like, well, I don't necessarily want everything to be turned off, because I like to have the sensors for when I'm actually parking this car, because it's kind of a big car. So I like to be able to see where I'm at and have the beeps, like when I'm pulling into Emily's garage, so I don't crash into her recycling bin. So anyways, get all the ice off the sensors, whatever. I drive to Ann Arbor, everything's fine. Well, in the meantime, obviously, as the car is driving, things are melting. So it melts, and then I park the car in Ann Arbor, and everything refreezes because it was cold. So I start the car in Ann Arbor, the sensors are going crazy. I'm in a parking structure, and I'm like, really, I'm towards the top, and I think anything under like 10 miles an hour,
it would come back on.
It would come back on. So I'm going down the parking garage, and I'm going down the straightaways, and it's fine. I slow down for a curve, beep, the whole way around the curve, goes away. Slow down for another curve, beep. I pull up to pay my ticket. It's just beep the whole time.
Just press this button.
I know.
It's that simple.
I know, but we have to do it every time.
Yes.
You have to do it every single time.
Well, the only reason I know that is because I too had a Hyundai Genesis Kia product this week and also had it frozen in ice.
Yeah.
But I simply just drove through it. In fact,
just listen to it.
At one point, the automatic emergency braking came on in the rear as I was backing up. And I just matted the throttle and pushed through the brake because it like held the brakes on, and I just kept going.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was Oh, and I found out that if you simply press the button to disable the automatic emergency braking, it comes up on the screen and says "drive safely."
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a passive aggressive, like, all right.
it's like
Go
a
for
teacher.
It.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else was I gonna say about this whole thing? I also had, I think, 6 warning lights on the dash.
Oh.
Because not only did the ice cover the parking sensors, it covered like the whatever else.
Okay.
And I had 6 warning lights on the dash that were like, oh, emergency braking disabled. Like, it totally freaked out.
Yeah.
And this whole top section was yellow, and there were more warning lights at the bottom. So, I don't know, it's just like one of those overkill things where...
Well, the car cares about you.
I know,
Chris.
but...
It wants you to be safe.
Do you remember the Audi SQ7?
Yes.
We also had that car during a very snowy, icy day, and it didn't do any of that.
Well, because that car doesn't care if you die or
But
live.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I can tell how you were raised. Your parents must have just been like, all right, like, we'll see you when you get home from school.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
do like
if you
the
don't like
V6
to be
in this.
hugged, choose the Audi.
I'm glad they still give you a V6 instead of a Turbo 4.
Yeah.
And it got 25 mpg
Yeah.
on my test.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you'd like to go watch that, you should go watch it.
The link will be in the description. Kind of.
Pretty good chassis.
It is a good chassis. I don't think most people buying a Telluride will know the word chassis.
Yeah.
We should call up our resident Kia selling expert and ask him how often he shows off the chassis.
He's no longer Kia. He switched to Nissan.
Permanently?
Yes.
I thought he's just covering all the stores.
No, permanently Nissan.
Ooh, I'll have to get the deal download tomorrow.
He's now he's a Rogue enthusiast now.
Wow, what a
And a
step down.
Pathfinder Rock Creek
That's like moving from Michigan to Arkansas.
or Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with Arkansas?
What's right?
Besides the way that it's pronounced wrong, because it should be Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, speaking of Ohio.
Ohio gets you when you're least expecting it. Especially with their rail system. Dude, this guy's pushing.
Yeah, because he realizes he
s-
needs to get over, and you're making him push it.
I can smell his car. You smell it? I can
Yeah.
smell that 2-liter turbo working there.
Direct injecting all of its fuel and oil.
The steering in the Telluride feels lighter than the Palisade. Nice to see all of this happening still. Oh, and he's joining them. Very good. What is actually happening here? Is he just getting in line? Oh, nope, U-turn. Okay. Yeah, this just feels like a lighter rack than you get in the Palisade. Maybe it's because the steering wheel's smaller. It could feel a little different.
Maybe you've just been working out more since you drove the Palisade.
I wish.
I
need
think
to start working out a little bit more.
the fact that we're talking about Chris's workout regimen and not the car shows you that it is quite good.
No.
A lot of the initial impressions that we had about the car are accurate.
Feels better.
Because I spent half the week with this car and I really enjoyed it. It's so
Yeah,
quiet.
I mean,
it's really, really quiet
yeah.
on the highway. Driving around the ride is quite good.
I like this car. I mean, jokes aside, obviously, you know, with we can complain about all the beeps and everything, you know, but that's just consistent among all Korean vehicles. So this car as a whole, it's been a really nice thing. And I agree with Charlie that if we were to be frozen in time and this was one of the permanent long-termers, I would not be mad about that at all.
It'd be a great road trip vehicle.
Yes.
It's just small enough that you wouldn't mind driving it daily. Like when I had to go run errands in this car, I didn't feel like, ugh. Whereas anything...
It's not like a QX80.
Yeah.
Even though I'd much rather have a QX80.
Well, that makes one of us. The butt of that plane is removed.
Where?
This one right here.
You mean the engine's removed?
No, like the anus.
Well, the whole engine's gone too, look.
No, this engine's on the top. See it
What?
right there where it says N725 US? That's the jet.
There's only one engine? No, it should have other engines on the side.
No, those are simply wings.
Yeah, but look at that plane over there. It's got engines on the
Yeah, but
side.
they're different planes, Chris.
It looks the same, like the same plane.
No.
I guess some people would probably disagree with me there.
Yeah.
Did we get a thumbnail for this car? Yes, we did. I got one of you standing on the wheel.
Okay.
Did you use drive modes?
If you count just going from comfort and leaving it in smart, yes. So
So you didn't use sport mode?
Nope.
Or eco or snow?
Just for the winding road drive. I do like how the gauges look in sport, though.
Yeah, they do. They do look nice. They're less cheesy than they were before because they used to look like carbon fiber, real cheesy thing.
Yeah. I quite enjoy all the physical controls and the symmetry in here. They
Yeah.
could have royally screwed this up in the facelift by doing the thing with the Kias that they're doing now where you have to toggle back and forth between this and you remove physical
Yeah, and
controls.
it really
and
doesn't
everything.
look busy, so I don't know why everyone's trying to be so minimal. Probably
is
because it's
great.
cheaper. Because
Oh,
they can
yeah.
make one panel instead of
100%.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kia did not cheap out on this, and I
No.
appreciate that.
They shouldn't for their flagship
Yeah.
SUV. Oh my goodness.
Appeal. You have to put that at the beginning of the video. I like the door handles.
I won't actually leave that there. I'm not a degenerate.
Listen to the exhaust.
V6, baby.
That sounds kind of burbly.
Yeah.
Huh.
Will it let you piss rev it like it's a red line? Nope. Soft limiter at 5.
Here, sorry, let me do that for you. Put it on Arctic mode.
I don't mind the placement of that, to be honest.
No, I don't.
I mean, I'd prefer it on the steering wheel, but I don't mind it right there. It's pretty nearby.
Well, the steering wheel is another nice symmetrical physical button situation. And this camera rearview mirror is one of the highest resolutions
Yeah, it's quite nice.
that I've seen in a long time. Was it some brand we had recently?
They upgraded to the Hero 11.
There you go. I think it was the Chevrolet products we had. No big surprise. There was something where nothing looked in focus. A car would be behind you, and you knew was a car there, but it didn't look.
Are you sure it
crisp
wasn't
or
the
focused.
Sequoia?
Could have been the Sequoia too.
Yeah.
But this, everything's very crisp. I could practically read that roadside backward here. Everything makes sense in this vehicle, and they did a very good blend of being common sense and also feeling pushing a little bit up market, if you will. Anyone could get in this car and immediately be familiar with how to work things.
Yeah, this era of Kia, with all these things is usually good for that.
Disgusting truck.
Okay.
Yeah, I would happily drive this vehicle for a long time. In fact, I've considered requesting this car for our up north ski trip because this would be excellent for 3 sets of adults
and skis.
And their skis.
You know what else is good in this car?
The sound system?
No.
Okay.
The transmission tuning.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then the throttle tuning's a bit strange in that you kind of try to get going and it doesn't really happen.
It's
and
like
then
a
you press on it
Traverse.
more and then it yeah. But it's not as bad as the Traverse.
Yeah. What was I going to say also? Oh, the sound system needs more subwoofer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough power.
Yeah. Head over to DM Sound if you want to see the full review of that.
It took that speed bump really well.
It did, yeah. No, the ride's great.
The ride is really
It's really good.
Brake tuning is nice. This is a good example of a car that it just seems like when they were developing it, they brought in people who weren't idiots and said, hey, how about you build us a car? And then they did it.
Yeah.
There are so many cars that we drive that have things in it, like Volkswagens or Subarus or Chevrolets or Fords sometimes, or the Toyotas, like the Sequoia, for example. And there's things about it that you go, how did this get through to the end?
Yeah.
Who decided that this was the right way to build a car? I don't have any of that in this.
No,
Kia.
it does make sense.
Even the beeps and everything that get annoying, I understand why they
yeah.
have them.
Yeah, of course.
It's
for
like
regular
I get
people.
it. Right, for NPCs.
Not for utilists.
Yes. So I just really think they did a smart job with this car.
Like a Cayenne. And you know what? I don't think they leather wrap them on the Cayenne. I think they're just plastic. So you actually get a step up here with the Kia.
Mm. So Daily Motor top tip, if you're in the market for a Cayenne, consider a Telluride.
That's right. And remember where the stop-start button is.
Well, I was just driving the Genesis, which
is
also
up
has
here.
a nice wood.
It's different
thing,
than
but
this, though. Feel this.
Yeah, this is plastic.
Yeah.
The Genesis, I think,
This
actually wood.
is... I don't care for this. I like the way it looks, but I like to touch things, and this feels like it was 3D printed.
Mm. Chris is more of a 2D sort of gentleman. He also doesn't like Nickelback.
No, I don't.
I thought Nickelback was coming back around.
No.
Comment below if Nickelback is cool again.
No.
The wheels are kind of cool. They're a bit large.
All right, everyone. Well, unless Charlie's got anything else to say, we're going to be interrupted here by the noises of UPS. So we'll try and wrap this up quick. But the Telluride is a good car. We enjoyed spending our week with it, even though the facelift does look worse than the pre-facelift.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a spider now.
Yeah, it does. But nevertheless, still a good car. And we'd still recommend that you go and try one out.
Yes, if you could find one, because you
That's
might
right.
have to spend $10,000 over asking price, in which case you could get an Infiniti QX60.
Or a BMW X5.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, well, before we make the Kia Telluride sound less attractive, we're going to end this video. We're Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and as always, straightforward on.
Fair enough. I thought you were going to do something about beeps.
Beep on.
Beep on.
I always do beep on for
Or
Kia's.
Cayenne handles wrapped in leather on.
UPS truck on.